Okay then, so I've got the model over here, guys, and I don't regret doing this. Just this is what we've built. First part of this video. Obviously, we're going to put a ball joint in there, and that will go on top of there. Let's just show you that one without getting the camera blocked. That's going to go on there. And what I've found, guys, when I'm attaching these screws to these parts, just take your time. Screw it in, unscrew it, screw it in, unscrew it. Even with the oil, what we're going to do now, guys, is take this radius on, and they do slightly bend, so you can push them into the position they're going to be. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're all doing good, guys. Hope you're all well. Before we get going, if you're not already, subscribe, like, also comment and share. Right, back to the video then, guys. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little different today, guys. It's Dom's charger, as you can see by the thumbnail, but we're going back, all the way back, which is probably near enough a year ago, guys, to issue 10. We've got the parts, which we've not opened as yet. Story short, quick story, the parts are put on with this issue the first time round got damaged, so I had to get a back order. One thing or another, it took a long time to get hold of one of these back orders of issue 10. I finally got it here in my hands. And what today's video is going to be about, guys, before we continue back up to 27 of Dom's charger, we're going to do issue 10, rectify the problem we had, and then happy days, hopefully moving on forward, positive, and getting this built done. So yeah, today is all about issue 10, the back order of issue 10, the big fixing, I think it's the right suspension, ball joint or something like that, but we'll go into that in the intro in a sec when we look through the mag. So you guys, sit back, relax, hope you enjoy the video, let's crack on. Okay then, guys, so here's our parts on the left, and here we've got the mag. Before we continue with this build and getting this fixed done of issue 10 of the Fast and Furious Dom's charger RT from Fanhome, we'll take a quick look through the mag and have a little bit of a recap of what we're doing in this issue. So yeah, you've got the usual content, guys, all the cars you see in the franchise, brilliant read between builds, and then we get straight in to what we're doing this week. Yeah, I was near enough right suspension, so we're doing the steering and the right suspension. Story short, guys, I think I've got it to hand here, just at the top here on the shelf. 2 seconds. This is what happened near enough a year ago. That bit there, as you can see, snapped. But throw that out of the way, we don't need that now. These are the parts we've got in this week's issue. Then we've got the steering linkage, ball joints, right tie rod, steering arm, left idler arm bracket, right idler arm bracket, tie rod ends, radius arm, and screws, guys, CM screws and JM screws. As you can see in the diagram there, showing you all the parts which we'll go through in the pack in a sec. And this is what we're doing. There's not many instructions. Let me just double check. There's about, yeah, 10 instructions, guys. But this is where it's a bit not tricky, but you've got to be careful not to damage any of these metal parts, which I did in the last time we did this. So yeah, here's the instruction, guys. Let's take a look right to the end of the mag. Yeah, I love carbon, guys. I love carbon. And that's the end of the mag. I'm thinking of doing a series of videos with my Z900, which, if you don't know about that, guys, take a look in the playlist. I'd love to carbon that Z900 out, all of it as carbon. But yeah, I'll keep you informed if I ever do that, guys. But yeah, without further ado then, let's take a look at these parts and crack on getting this build done. Yeah, this is how they come packed then. So it's all nice and sealed. And what a miracle, guys, if the lad where I brought this from off eBay is watching this video, big thank you to you. Big thank you. It's took me months to try and find these parts to get this back issue done, but I finally got them. So all this is metal. As I've just said, what's in this week's pack, that's all these parts I'm getting out. So I'll just get them out on the desk and then we'll crack on with putting it all together, and let's hope I have better luck this time. So then we have all the parts in here. Those are down as 10A, which is the steering linkage ball joints. We've got 10B, which is metal, guys. That's the right tie rod. We've got 10C, it's just there. That's the steering arm. And you got these two 10Gs here, which are the radius arms. And then we've got JM screws and CM screws. And we've also got 10D and E, which are the left idler and the right idler arm brackets. So yeah, let's get on with it, guys. So what we're going to do now, guys, is get a CM screw and screw that into 10F. And remember, put a bit of lube if you need to. Just do them loose for now, because we've got to apply one just at the top, like so. And then we're going to put another CM screw underneath. So what I'm going to do, guys, is put it onto the screwdriver and then apply a little bit of oil, because we're screwing into metal. Like so. And then return that upside down. Again, put the CM screw, screw it carefully, make sure you got the thread right into 10F through the holes in 10D. So make sure that's nice and tight. And there we have instruction 1 all done. 10F and 10D and CM screws are now all in. Off camera, I'm just going to wipe that oil off so it's nice and clean, and we'll move on to instruction 2. Now, guys, in instruction 2, we want to take this item here, which is 10C, which is the steering arm, and what we want to do is get the ball joint 10A, which is both metal, and we want to put that in to the third from last hole. So basically that one there, guys. So we want to push that through there like so. That's a nice snug fit. And then we want to get the piece we've just done. And now make sure as well, guys, when you've done this in the last instruction, you've got a little letter on there. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. You wanted the L. So you want the L on there. That's the size you want for the left. And then what we're going to do is basically that's going to slot in there like that. And then we're going to put a JM screw to join that together. Now the JM screw goes from the inside that way in, guys. So if I just place that there for a second, get the screw lined up. I've already put some oil on it, so hopefully we should be ready to go. This screwdriver is not the most best magnetic screwdriver, but we'll see how we go. So yeah, line the holes up, guys, and then screw this JM screw right through to the other side. Just being careful that you keep checking the screws lining up with the other side of the thread, guys, or else you're going to have a whole lot of problems if you damage the screw while screwing it in. I think we're winning this time. As you can see, if I just carefully show that on camera there, the screw has gone all the way through. And I think that's as tight as that's going to go, to be fair. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So that's that done. And now we move on to instruction 3. Now what we're going to do, guys, is the same as what we did in instruction 1. So we want 10E, which is this part here, 10F, and we're going to be joining these with CM screws. Now remember, guys, make sure this is the right side, which it should be if you've got instruction 1 done. And then what we're going to do is place that in there like so, like we did in instruction 1, and now attach those together with a CM screw. Just make sure, guys, you've got that little lip going that way up. So basically this little barrel thing, you've got more at the top than the bottom, then you know you've got that the right way around. Now I tend to try and hold mine like that, line the screw up, put a bit of oil on it if you want to, which I would recommend that. line it up, which is easier said than done when you've put the oil on because it's a bit slippy, but we'll go with it. Just line it up with the hole, just carefully get it threaded first. If need be, screw it in and out so you know that you're not going to wreck the thread. As you can see, that's going in fine there. Again, I'm not going to go too tight yet, but as you can see, that's connected to that, like so. Now we need to get another CM screw and attach it underneath. So yeah, we've got another CM screw attached underneath now, guys. Now, I'm not going to go and over tighten these bits, you know. And I think there might be there's a little tip to tell you which one's left and right to look for the L and the R on them. But it doesn't say in instructions whether you've got to tighten these as tight as they'll go. But I'm just going to put them so basically when you feel the restraint of them, and I'm going to stop so there's that little play, if you know what I mean. I don't want to over tighten them so they're not going to move at all, but that can move as you can see. But yeah, that's taken us now up to instruction 3, and that's what we've done so far. And you've guessed it, guys, instruction 4, what we're going to be doing now is attaching this piece, which is 10F, and we've got 10E on there. We're going to get a ball joint and put it in that hole there and attach that, and then all that's going to be done. So here's the ball joints here, guys. I'll just get those out. Yeah, I need one for now, and then we'll put the ball joint in that hole, second from the right. And then what we're going to do is make sure, guys, that is that way up. So again, you've got that little slant there, and this rigid bit here is at the top, and that'll attach to the ball joint like so. And the screw, the JM screw, will go on from the inside like that. So I'll get a JM screw and we'll connect that together. Yeah, guys, and I'm using different screwdrivers, whichever one's best for doing it. But that screw now, the JM screw, has gone right through. But please, guys, be careful, which I've been, that you do not snap that joint as you're doing it, or any of the joints. You've got to be really careful, guys. But as you can see, hopefully, luckily, we've got through that. As you can see, I'm nervous, guys, because I do not want to destroy this issue. I want to get this issue done so we can move on with this build. But that is where you're at instruction 4. So now we're going to move on to instruction 5. Right, so now, guys, what we're going to do is put a ball joint in that last hole there. And what we're going to do is keep it in that position, and then we're going to attach the right tie rod like so, and make sure you've got these little nipple things here, guys, sticking towards you. So yeah, that'll just slide over that ball joint. That's a bit tight to fit over that, but it should go. There we go, it's nice and tight to prong, but once you push it, there you go, that's how that looks, like that. And then we're going to put a JM screw in there to attach that tie rod, which is 10B, and we're attaching that to 10C, the steering rack. And what I've found, guys, when I'm attaching these screws to these parts, just take your time, screw it in, unscrew it, screw it in, unscrew it, even with the oil on, and then you're not going to worry about breaking over the item, the piece, or wrecking the thread on your screw. Basically, just take your time, guys, and you'll be fine. But that's how that's looking so far in instruction 5. And now what I've got to do is bring the front section over, and we're going to be attaching this to the front section of the car. Fingers crossed, guys, we'll get this done. Okay then, so I've got the model over here, guys, and I don't regret doing this. Just this is what we've built first part of this video. Obviously it's already on from when we did it back in the first time we did this issue. Now I'm not going to take these out, guys, because it could cause me a load of grief. I've already glued that screw because that was coming out, but that's solid. I don't want to take that out. This side of the steering is done. That screws in there, obviously. All we've got to do, guys, all I was missing basically with this build is this part. So I've taken that off what we've just built, but I'm glad I've done that because at least you've seen how to build that if you're watching this video for the first time. Now what we're going to do is take this tie rod, I think that's what it's called, tie rod arm, yeah. We'll take that, we're going to put a ball joint in there, and that will go on top of there, if I Let's just show you that on without getting the camera blocked. That's going to go on there like so, and then it will attach basically to that ball joint on the wheel, and we're going to be all done and dusted. And then what I've got to do is attach these 10Gs, the suspension radius arms, to the build, which if I think right, I'm sure one of them, as you can see, is there. So I ain't going to that side, it's just going to be this side. Yeah, so we've got the one on there, we've just got to put the one on here. And guys, that is all going to be done then. And then I'm going to have to look through later issues after this video and see where this part goes, because this was later stage, it wasn't in issue 10, and I've got a feeling that's got to be screwed onto there, to be fair, like that. And then that's all going to be done. So if we just get a ball joint, obviously this is going to be a bit more difficult to do because it's already on the build, whereas this should already be on, if that makes sense. So sorry if you can't see a lot, guys, at the minute. If I can just get that under there, and then we can start attaching this steam. But as I said, guys, it's going to be a bit difficult to do. So what I want to do is apply that ball joint into there like so, and then get this tie rod on, which is easier said than done, guys. What you want is these little nipples facing towards the back of the car, and then I want to attach that to the ball joint. Just being careful not to damage anything, and then be careful to attach this tie rod arm to the rest of the build. This is a very hard way of doing it, guys. It might have been easier if I'd have put the whole steering rack on, which I've just built. But as I said, because I've glued it, I might be giving myself more problems. I think if we can just get this screwed in, once we start off, we should be okay. Just starting it off, that's all. Guys, I've been going at this now nearly 40 minutes. It is very difficult, but I think I've finally got it. So I've got the tie rod end fastened in there on that steering rack. I've done it behind the wheel, so we're hopefully getting there now, guys. We've got further than we did last time because that is what broke. As you can see, the steering now is working, but the only little dilemma I've got now is this has come off the frame, which I had glued on. So now what I've got to try and do is get that screw out just there, and I'm going to find out what screw attaches the steering column to that. And once we've done that, as you can see, the steering is then all done. But yeah, I won't lie, guys, this is a nightmare, but it don't want to be tedious and keep you waiting while I'm doing all this. So what I'm going to do is look for the screw, see if I've got that part as well, which I'm hoping I will have, which I have obviously, yeah, on here. So sometimes, guys, it pays to have spares, which I've just got in the back issue. So what I'm going to do, tell you what, if I unscrew this on camera and we'll go through it together, guys. So yeah, we've took this off, which had seen better days anyway. So we'll just unscrew it away. Guys, this is an issue I do not like, and the quicker we get it done and dusted, the better. So yeah, I've just got to take this off. It doesn't want to come off. See, I could take this off the joint there, but I don't really want to do that because it was a bit awkward to do the other part. Just so I've got to take this. Of course, there's a screw underneath, isn't there? Right, okay. So we might be better if I can. Yeah. Let's just see if this screw will come out. I don't think it will because it's been glued now. Right, I've got to take this off, guys, and we've got to put, basically, if I turn this the way it's meant to be, like that, that's what we're wanting. So we've got to take this and put it onto this. And then fingers crossed, we'll be done. So guys, I've finally got a thread. Sorry about cutting the camera off, but this is taking way too long to film, and I know you're going to be very bored. But anyhow, I've got that new pot on. You can see the steering's starting to work. Now I've just got to pray that I can get the right screw to go into the metal frame there, and it doesn't round again, and we start getting somewhere here, guys. So yeah, I'm going to get a screw now to attach to that, and then I'm going to find what screw goes in there, and then as you can see, the steering is all done. So yeah, that's a CM screw I have to attach that into there, guys, but that is still rounding, which is a bit annoying. I think the thread's just had it on there. So what I'm going to do is get some glue and also glue that on to the chassis. There's nothing more I can do, guys. This does happen sometimes, but if I just put a fair bit of glue on there, quickly just screw that in a bit more, it's going to be nice and stiff in there. That is then done. Now all I've got to find out how to do is find the screw to go into that piece, and the steering and the right suspension is done for this back issue of issue 10. Now guys, I've had to get a CM screw. I'm going to attach the rest of the steering rack to here like so. So if I get the CM screw there, again it's going into metal, guys, so I've put a bit of oil on it. See these CM screws I don't like, because that's gone in there so easy and it's just rounding off. You can see that. I don't understand that. It just does not want to go in, guys. I'm not enjoying this issue. Second time round, I'm not enjoying it. See if that's got a problem going in there. See, it's fine once you're doing it without the bracket on, but as soon as you attach the bracket, it's not playing. Again, put that in there like that. Right, deep breath, guys. The steering rack is now done. We've connected all the parts that were damaged before. I've even connected that piece which is for the steering column to work. Warning though, guys, sometimes you have to use your initiative. A CM screw was not going in there, so a little tip from me. I used another screw off this build. It was a little bit long, but the thread was the same thickness and it worked, guys. It's screwed that in now. As you can see, steering column rack is all working. Now what we're going to do lastly is now attach one of these, which is 10G. Now what I want to do is, it's going to be a bit hard to show on camera, you've got a hole just there. So what we do is push that into that hole there. And then the other side. What we've got to do now, guys, is take this radius arm, and they do slightly bend, so you can push them into the position they've got to be. Just be careful not to snap them. It should be alright. Oh, and that little bend has to be up this side of the build. So there's a hole just here, which you'll see if you're building this. Push that into there like so. And then there's a hole here, this end of the car model. And just persuade that to go into that hole. It will go in, guys, and you can bend it a little bit. Careful not to snap it, you shouldn't do, because they are bendable. Bit of persuasion. And there you go. That is in the radius arm on the front suspension. I've got the other one already done over there. And guys, that is it for this fix of Dom's charger from the Fast and Furious franchise from Fanhome. What a nightmare that's been, second time round, but we've got through it, guys. I've got tools everywhere, it's carnage everywhere, but everything's done. As you can see, steering now works. I'm happy with that. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked it. If you did, please give us a big thumbs up, a big like. I deserve a big thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, guys, subscribe, bell notification, not to miss out on a future build. And I'll see you in the next one. Guys, that is it for this week's build of the Dom's Charger from the Fast and Furious franchise. I do hope you enjoyed it. All steering racks done now, both suspension arms done, tyre run ends, etc, etc. The back issue of issue 10 is done, guys. Please give us a big like. I think I deserve it after this hard issue, second time round. Subscribe if you're not already. Press that bell. No, that fucking subscribe if you're not already, guys, and press that bell notification not to miss out on any future builds to do with this build or any build on the channel. Thanks for your support, guys. See you in the next one. Peace. And that is it, guys, for this week's build of Dom's Charger from Fanhome. The back issue, issue 10, the big fix. Now we can hopefully move forward without any more problems. I think we're at issue 27 in the playlist, so yes, stay tuned for more Dom's Charger weekly, guys. But for now, for this week, yeah, we've fixed the problem of issue 10. Everything's all sorted now around the steering, etc, so we can build around that now, because that's what we're worried about, guys, whether we could put things around the problems, what was paused with, because I hadn't got this part basically. But I found this back order off eBay. Yeah, so moving forward, guys. Thanks for all your support, guys. If you're not already, remember to subscribe, press that bell notification not to miss out on any future builds. Remember to give us a big juicy thumbs up and comment and share. Thanks for your support, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.